Heaven forbid. All right, the Midwest final sees Miami back in the Elite Eight for the second straight year. The highest remaining seed is between them and the Final Four. That would be Texas. Chip, what's the most interesting storyline to follow in Kansas City today?
Oh, it's going to be the front court matchup because, number one, Dylan Dessou dealing with that foot injury is very concerning. And I nearly named that my key storyline to watch, but there's just so much more here. Both teams have incredible guards, and I think that they'll almost neutralize each other when you look at a Marquise Carr, a Serge Ibaka Rice, a Tyrese Hunter for Texas. And on the other side, you've got Isaiah Wong, Nigel Pack, Jordan Miller. But both these teams play small balls. Both these teams' bigs aren't that big. 6'7", 6'8", Christian Bishop for Texas. You've got, of course, the man himself, Norchad Omier for Miami, who stands 6'6", 6'7", but is so strong and tough to move inside. So as the guard play for both these teams are outstanding, we've got some health issues in the front court for Texas and two undersized front courts in general. So I think that this great matchup is going to be who gets those offensive rebounds, who gets those defensive rebounds, who can come up with the big buckets when the guards get a miss. So the front court battle, to me, is what ends up tipping the scales in Miami and Texas.
All right, we're now left to pick our favorite shade of orange. Texas, a 4-point favorite, totals a square 150. Kenny, how do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, my number on the side was right there on this game. I think it's going to be very competitive. But as Chip kind of set it up for me, I like the game over. Both teams really play four guards and a smaller big man. Miami, great efficiency on offense. Number 6 in the country, 104 defensively, and they do like to push the pace. Rodney Terry, when he got the job, he called Rick Barnes. He said, what do I do? Do I make changes? And Rick Barnes said, very few. You don't want the players to think you are doing it the wrong way. If you're going to make a change, make small changes. The one change he made, he said, let's play faster. Let's play a little bit more up-tempo. They're number 59 in the country in pace. They like to push it, and they can go fast. Number 15 efficiency offensively. Chip mentioned it. With that great guard play on both sides, I hope there's not a lot of rebounds. I hope there's just a lot of baskets. I'm going over the total.
Give me every single one of those points and maybe sprinkle that money line, because I think that two things can be true at the same time. That number one, Rodney Terry has done a terrific job with this team and has put together a great argument, arguably the proof of concept that you have in the interview process. He can just point to everything that Texas has done since the start of the Big 12 tournament and say, this is the proof of concept. The pace, the toughness, what I've done to be able to guide this team to this point, the first Elite Eight since 2008 for the Texas Longhorns, that he has done a fantastic job and it would be worthy, in my opinion, of being the full-time head coach of the Texas Longhorns. At the same time, I can say there's a coaching mismatch and that Coach L, Jim Larrañaga, has the edge in this matchup going up against Rodney Terry in Texas. Jim Larrañaga back in the Elite Eight for a second straight season. Jim Larrañaga, 10 NCAA tournament wins at Miami. Every other Miami coach, 4 NCAA tournament wins. I just think at 73 years old, he is in his bag right now, and that is not an NIL reference intentionally. And I believe that he is going to be able to make the adjustments both pregame and in-game to be able to close the gap here. Give me Miami in the points, and I don't hate them on the money line.
All right, Chip siding with the dog. Let's take a look at those picks. For Chip, he's going to be on Creighton. Kenny's going to be on the under 134 in that one. As for Miami and Texas, Chip siding with the crypto money, blockchain, proof of concept. Taking those 4 points, even sprinkling the money line. Kenny White playing it over the 150.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.